Well, I'm telling you about the art that commenting on your career path, people criticizing your choices, saying that your hobbies is a stupid thing. So today we're going to talk about the art of not giving a fuck. And hi, my name's Alice, and this is the Alice Talks series. I think in such circumstances, if we read a lot of self help books, they're gonna tell you, okay, just to ignore the haters. But somehow we have a very big misunderstanding about the art of not giving a fuck. It's not just about ignoring, but it's more about strategic prioritization to know who and what deserves our limited energy. I already live alone. And that has been the decision that caused a lot of conflicts between me and my mom because she was so afraid of letting me be alone and be on my own. But I told my Mom, it's really time for me to be alone. And up until now, everything is under my control. So I think she's already learned the hard truth that I am officially living alone. I used to be called the next door kid or con nhà người ta, a very famous Vietnamese term for students who are exceptionally good in academics. So way back to when I was just a little girl, like when I knew I'm existing, my mom taught me how to pronounce the English alphabet, A, B, C, D, not A, E, B, K, which means I learned the English alphabet first and then the Vietnamese ones. So you can tell that I was born to learn English because back in the very old days, my mother, she really loved to learn English, but she didn't really have the chance to pursue a career in English, in teaching English. Yeah, so that's why she passed out on me the ambition to learn English. And I officially learned this language when I was in grade 3, maybe 9 years old. Yeah, and moving forwards to secondary schools, I also participated in a lot of English competition. And my very peak was when I was in grade 9. At that time, I joined the English competition in Quảng Ngãi province. And I got the first ranking. And you know what? After 3 months, I got into the high school entrance exam to get to Lê Khiết High School for the Gifted, which is the only specialized school in Quảng Ngãi and also the most prestigious high school as well in my hometown. Also, I majored in English. That has been the second time I've got the first ranking. And at that time, people called me the double valedictorian or double thủ khoa, a very flashy definition, and I have to say those are some extraordinary achievements that I got during my high school. Typically, those who became valedictorians will join the national competition. But when I actually learned the knowledge and prepared for the competition, I knew I was not for this competition. And I told my Mom, I don't want to join. And I told my teacher the same thing, that I want to quit. And obviously it will cause a lot of contradicting opinions. I went against the tide completely on my own and doing it for my own sake because I was a big fan of maths. But if I join the national competitions, I can just only focus on English. And it was a nightmare for me. So I decided not to join the national competitions, but rather focus on the university entrance exam. And one more time, it has been the greatest decision that I ever made during my high school. Because when I finished the university entrance exam, I got the first ranking for the third time, majoring in Block D in Lê Khiết High School for the Gifted, and I got second in Quảng Ngãi province. That has been the greatest evidence and proof to anyone that questions my choice back then. The art of not giving a fuck will have two circles. The first one is the circle of your fucks. Anything that matters to you, your core value, your mission, your desirable job, your desirable network, your desirable romantic love, and your desirable life. And for sure, you will fight for those things, right? No matter the price and no matter what people will tell you. And the second circle is going to be the circle of everything else. And this circle is huge. Maybe 99% of everything else, of the noises, the dramas, and the unsolicited opinions of people about you. Having a cousin complaining about your side hustle and telling, okay, this is a time wasting activity. But if you already categorize those comments into the circle 2, I think the very abrupt response is not anger, but simply nothing. No explanation, no defense, and especially no internalizing those comments. The art of not giving a fuck gives you the freedom of acceptance. We are responsible for our choices, but we are not responsible for everything that happens to us. If your cousin complains about your side hustle, will you spend the next 3 hours thinking about that, or continue doing it because you know it's meaningful, valuable to not only you, but also the other people? I think you probably have the answer. And the acceptance here is not accept what people think about you, but to accept that we cannot please everyone. And guess what? It's totally okay. It's totally normal for you to listen to your instinct, to your gut feeling, and trust it, and not to listen to anyone's opinions, especially those one-sided comments. And I think that's also the price of admission for a very well-lived life, the life that is truly yours. And the next time you encounter any critics, I think a very smart and unfiltered question that you should ask yourself: does this person belong to circle 1? And if the answer is no, I think we just need to smile, nod, and consciously remove them out of our life. So your homework today is quite simple. That is to draw those 2 circles and pick 3 things that you will put into circle 1. And the next time, if you have anyone criticizing you, just check your list. And we are just strategically choosing what to care about. And those are the points, also the time when you no longer seek for approval and validation. And you will find the real power. And you stop to live for other people's satisfaction and start to live for yourself. That's the art. And this has been the art of not giving a fuck. Well, thank you so much for watching and listening to this Alice Talks episode. I hope that I already give you some messages that I also want to give myself. If you have any topic that you want me to share and to talk about, maybe you leave a comment or a DM me so that I will have more inspirations. Thank you so much for watching, and maybe see you in another Alice Talk episode. Bye!